Hey, yo, how's it going?
Yippee!
Yippee! So today we have an
Hello.
unexpected collab with Salty.
Yeah,
Yippee!
we're still figuring out like how we're gonna deal with the audio because we are in the same room. May I do be like that? But yeah, welcome. Nice scam. Hi Citra, welcome. Also over a chat in Siga stream. Hope you guys are doing well. I'll also try to like speak um quietly so it doesn't get picked up on his mic.
I think it will get picked up regardless.
Yeah.
I have already accepted the fact. But yeah.
I also
So
mm.
yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, I also lowered the Spotify. So if I guess the music doesn't clash together.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I'm just gonna do some work and then Siga is gonna be painting his minis over on his stream. If you guys wanna check him out,
Yippee!
EB. Let me give you a shout out.
Thank you.
There we go. Just Sigach.
It's me.
EB.
Yeah. It's because this collab situation is like it's been a long while since we actually like collabed. Just
Yes.
because like we started living together.
Yeah, grabe. Grabe yung collab natin. Ano eh? Living together collab.
Let's just live together, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's like the hard part with being in the same room too, is you want to collab, but there's like, you know, the situation with the mic and everything. It's kind of difficult unless you know, like the mic. It's only the mic actually.
Yeah. The mic is definitely the hardest part, especially now that I'm using a shotgun mic.
Yeah.
Because like I tend to move around on my stream, so I have a
Mm.
shotgun mic to like allow me to at least like be audible while I'm
Yeah.
like moving my back and forth when I'm painting.
Mm.
So well, shotgun mic is also pointed at Salty, so it's like
Yeah.
picking her up as well.
It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah, the sacrifices for better stream quality.
Mm.
Or at least it sacrifices better stream quality, but it's okay.
Let me pull up your stream. The pop out. Let's see. Do they have a pop out? Yeah, Twitch doesn't have like a pop out feature.
Is it not?
I don't think so. I'm using a plugin that lets you pop out.
Oh.
I know for Opera it does have like a built-in pop out.
It's kind of surprising. I would expect Twitch to have something, you know.
Yeah.
Being the leading streaming platform, you'd think they'd have better features, but I guess.
Citra asks, how are you guys doing today? We're doing good. I've been busy with rigging.
Yeah. I have been also busy.
I think there was a way to pop it out. Yeah. For me, I'm using the plugin, and then Opera does have like the built-in pop out. It's a dock feature. Although I don't use Opera. I don't know why. I used to actively use it before. Yeah, I can use it now, but I feel like the reason why I stopped was because I was having login issues on Twitch because of Opera.
What are you using now?
Microsoft Edge.
Oh, using Edge.
Yeah, I think even on Chrome without plugin there was. Oh, really? Oh, it's been a while since I last used Chrome. Also, let me see the chat. I think my overlay, my chat widget is kind of bugging out. But never mind. Not me trying to like check if it's working or not, because I changed my chat widget So it's like my own chat widget. I tried to like learn a bit of HTML and CSS with JavaScript. So there's a bit of like kind of wonkiness to it. Hi Ren. Oh, it's supposed to be the scanline filter for VTube Studio, but I'm not using VTube Studio right now. I hope you're doing well. I'll try to refund that. Smudge.
Smooch.
Hope you're doing well, Ren. Currently, I'm assuming you're working on commissions. I'm also co-working with my partner, Jessica. He's currently streaming his miniature painting right now.
That's me.
He's the guy on the rise. Today work non-stop. Oh my god. You should take some rest. Take breaks. Do not be like me.
Non-stop workers.
Yeah. Like imagine not working for a company only to work 24/7.
That's definitely the joke, you know, like say, oh yeah, I'm tired for working a 9 to 5. So I work 24/7.
To be a guy on the rise, no thought, only worms. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna work on the pouch belt. I know I'm supposed to like see if this works without cutting it again. Should be this. Let's see. I'm like pretty happy with my average 9 to 5. Oh, that's good though.
Hell yeah.
Pouch belt. Where's the other one? Okay, I'm gonna cut some parts here and there. But by that I mean mesh. I'll deal with this later. I'll probably work on some physics. Oh my god, thank you for the sub. Oh my god. Hope you enjoy the emotes. The emotes that I have, I also commissioned our friend Yana P for some of them. So do check her out too. Does she have like double N? There we go. Yana P. Enter.
Double I, is it?
Yeah, double I. Because like on her Twitter, it's like double N and then double I because somebody took her username. Yeah, how goes the painting so far? Currently,
pretty good.
mm-hmm.
Like trying to finish this. Like because I'm trying to paint like for Spearhead, and like as much as I want to collect all of them, and I really want to paint all of them, and I really need to get into the habit of actually recording when I'm painting.
Oh yeah,
that's definitely a good compromise.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, to at least get like the footage.
Like hitting two birds with one stone. Like
Yeah.
I think you can also do a time lapse after.
I move too much. So I do need to like, I do need to work on that. Keeping my hand in like one spot.
Oh yeah.
Because when I get too immersed, I like tend to move around a lot.
Yeah, it's nice that you're getting back to like painting, getting back to them.
Yeah, definitely missed it.
we've been so busy.
Yeah.
I at least got some time to work on my model. Like I know I've shown like a sketch of the model that I'm working on, like the original design, but we did like some uh what's it called, like sudden change on the design because I feel like it's lacking on the colors because I do want to incorporate like vaporwave color palette, and then you did help me with the design, like the silhouette, so that really helped a lot. And I'm like, okay, like the crop top's gonna be not black anymore, it's gonna be like a different color. So yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys once it's done. Hey Thomas, welcome. Hello po.
Hey.
Hope you're doing well.
Need to mix in a yellow somewhere.
What?
Sorry, like I have a lot of paints from different brands, and there's definitely like a lot I should really like.
Finals week.
Ooh, finals week.
In a few minutes, we'll have to export 1.6 gigabyte model. Oh my god.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, good luck. I am praying for you. It takes like 30 minutes. Oh my god. Sometimes it crashes midway. Oh boy. I hope you export that like smoothly, because that happened to me too back then. Having to wait like an hour to export. But yeah, it do be like that sometimes. Oh, it's the one with multiple eyes. Oh, look at that. The color is looking pretty good.
Thank you. I'm like,
Mm.
I don't know. Sometimes I need to like stop overworking the model.
Mm.
I need to like chill out, give it some time to like give myself some time to cook.
Mm.
I think
Yeah.
that's like the dilemma of all artists. I think is
Yeah.
like they want it to be perfect, but at the same time, if your skill isn't quite there yet, you gotta like accept the fact and then like just move on to the next one.
True. It's like me with rigging. Like, I know a lot of like riggers tend to have the habit of trying to get back to their old rig and then add more stuff to it, or like improve it. But I don't know, I barely do it unless I have like free time or I feel like doing it.
I feel that though. I feel like there are times where I want to jump back into like one of the older models that I painted, because the older models I painted, they definitely they definitely look like something.
But it's good to like see the improvement that you know, like from mini to mini.
I feel like I'm proudest about these like little orc boys.
I am also missing a part, I think. Where is the shine? I had that issue when I do touch up on a previous model's mouth, but that's because I'm friends with her and I've gotten way better since then. Because like sometimes it can be like pretty unhealthy to do, especially when let's say a client decides to have like a new model So I don't want the fixes to get wasted. Belt buckle. I'm not sure if I forgot to export the shine. No, but it's okay. I'll just revisit that. Courage. I idho work grind. Yep. I'm also with Siga, currently working on his painting miniature.
The big problem I have with like painting on stream is like,
Mm.
is I get really quiet. Like when I'm on stream, like I get super quiet,
Mm.
and 'cause I wanna like balance the talking because I want to talk about like the process, stuff like that. Just to
Yeah.
like practice talking on stream again. But the problem is like I really enjoy the process of miniature painting, but I end up like just being completely silent while I like work on something. So hello,
Hi, Yana. Hello po. I love you po. Hi, Orange. Welcome. We are streaming together. Like, we do apologize for like, maybe audio mic feedback thing because we are in the same room. So yeah.
If I look over here, I see Salty already.
Yeah, if I look here, I see Siga.
It's like we are that close together. There's a
Mm.
setup.
3D print. He's currently working on. Is it Warhammer?
Yeah, Age of Sigmar.
Age of Sigmar, right?
Yeah, because one of my like personal like collections for the models, and yeah, I've always been needing to like paint, like that. I just don't have the time sometimes.
Yeah, it do be like that because like we've been busy. I've been busy with rigging, and he's busy with, his work. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, that's a lot of parts.
I'm painting off stream again now.
Yeah, that's like, I feel like that's something you need to like work on.
Yeah, I need to like have a box where my hands can go. Like I'm gonna have like a glass case around, and then like my hands just can't get out.
Yeah.
This is the stream box.
Honestly, the audio feedback is very small, so don't worry about it too much. All right, thank you for letting us know. That's actually pretty big, like big deal.
Yeah, I'm always worried about the stream audio.
Yeah, same. Torso. Wait, what? Pouch belt. Container. I'm just gonna name it container because I don't know what to name it yet. Maybe it's gonna be for body XY. Maybe not. Okay, let me give a shout out to Yana and then Orange. Do check them out. Yana is the one that made my like 5 of my new emotes, and then do check out Orange too. They make if I remember, like 3D. They do 3D as well. Okay, how am I gonna deal with this belt? I am scared. I'm gonna rig this and glue after. Where's the torso? Thanks for the shouty, no problem. Even if we hear doubles, since it's not delayed at all, I overlap together really well, which makes it even less annoying. Oh, that's good to hear.
Heck yeah.
I also try to lower my music because it might overlap too. but it's not gonna be heard in the VOD, just for like possibility of like clips and stuff like that. Because sometimes I do like to clip my own VODs and do some edits, like quick edits for, I don't know, shorts or TikTok. Let's see. I know I'm supposed to put this somewhere. I misplaced that. Where's the front body XY? Hip short. I'm trying to think. No, I'm trying to think. Also, my brain smooth. How much time you spend for editing a video? Like, if it's just shorts, it's probably like less than an hour, hopefully. And I mainly use CapCut for the shorts because it does have the built-in, what's it called? Auto caption thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
auto CC.
Yeah, I haven't been using Adobe Premiere for a while now because like it's just really complicated and it also crashes a lot of times.
I've also like been avoiding Adobe
Mm,
because I really don't like what they're doing to artists.
yeah,
Like
with the AI stuff.
for context, I used to work as a
Mm,
in advertising. Like I make ads for a living, and Adobe is like my bread and butter. I've spent like
mm,
15, sorry, not 15 years. Yeah, probably like 12, 13 years for learning Adobe Premiere, and like I pivoted it right out of there.
mm. Yeah, it's kind of hard, like editing.
DaVinci Resolve though, heck yeah.
Mm. Like I remember you have to. Well, I think you were like molding over like edits
Mm-hmm.
that were done by another person, if I remember.
Oh yeah, I think it's because like I have a very like um, it's complicated to look at
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like, because it's like a lot of my edits are like very nested,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
it makes sense to me because if I move something, everything else of that relevant to that part moves with it. So
Mm.
I don't get desynced or I
Yeah.
don't lose like chunks of work just because I moved something.
Mm. Yeah, I remember I was editing something in Premiere and then you were looking at my the way I put out the my stuff.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck are you doing?
But I think I now realize the importance of like properly nesting
Hmm.
because it's kind of similar to live2d in a way, like with the deformers and stuff. I should have like done that, you know? I also need to fix this, but it's okay. I'm gonna fix that in post. Oh, oh, oh. Mm-mm. Adobe for the OG. Ooh, not the stretching. I don't like the stretching on the like hard materials. Like when you paint, do you consider the type of fabric that they would have.
Or the miniatures?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you know you gotta like certain materials reflect light
Mm-hmm.
differently.
Yeah.
However, like it's very hard to like express that like on like a miniature scale.
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely have to like think about, okay, do I want this to be like
Mm-hmm.
super dark or super bright? Like how, you know, like you can use metallics for like metals in this one, but at the same time you also want to like consider like, oh, do
Mm-hmm.
I use like what um how much of the like like the the shadow paint, like for example I'm using purple,
Mm-hmm.
like and then green, like how much do I mix the shadow to the green for the skin, and how much do
Oh.
I mix the purple to the brown, like, or how do I blend it, like that comes into play. Yeah, but it's very difficult to express it because
Mm-hmm.
it's something that I'm still trying to learn myself.
Like when the light bounces.
Yeah, like definitely like the lighting. Like it helps like the way I prime things, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
the shadows and highlights are like obvious to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely like I used to like have a lot of difficulty with like just lighting in general. With I think I still do in terms of like digital
Mm-hmm.
art. Like I'm not
Mm-hmm.
very comfortable doing digital art
Mm-hmm.
just because like highlights and shadow like really like elude me if it's not in
Oh,
physical like paper.
yeah. I get that. Even for me, sometimes I struggle with shadows or colors in general when it comes
Mhm.
to digital painting. Watching this really makes me want to do some art right now. Wish I wouldn't be at work. But yeah, like if I get confused with the lighting, it's really helpful to have like um reference.
Mhm.
And I feel like I don't know, like back then I used, let's say, Blender, I think, to place out like certain objects, and then I'm trying to like copy the lighting, like how it works, like the bouncing light, ambient light. There's also like ambient occlusion,
Mhm.
because I used to do ambient occlusion painting for digital painting. Like I start with like a black and white, and then I do the ambient occlusion first, and then
Mhm.
I lay out the shadow, and then the like lighting, and then the color
Oh.
comes after. But I haven't done that for a while. I feel really rusty.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of time to get back into stuff.
Yeah.
But that's the theme of like our 2024. It's just like there's so much to do that like we've been meaning to like get back into certain things,
Mm-hmm.
but we just can't at
Yeah.
the moment. Maybe in the future.
It's still pretty good to like start over,
Oh yeah,
like getting to know the basics again.
I feel like there's always time to learn the basics again. Like it doesn't hurt to like relearn the fundamentals.
Mm. Problem of
Especially,
mhm.
uh,
Problem of the artist need to be training every day so wouldn't be rusty. Yeah. It's like it's like being an athlete, like you need to like work out or like, practice, or and then once you stop it's kind of like, you know, your body won't be the same shape. I don't know, like the best explanation for that.
Hmm. The number of hours, the golden
Mm,
number is 10,000 hours for mastery. Like
mm,
to master something truly, it's around 10,000 hours. I forgot what the study was, but like that was like the golden number essentially.
mm,
And but like it's such a daunting process to get to that 10,000 hours.
yeah. There's also like the um work smart, not hard, like thing too.
Oh yeah, keep in mind.
Because there are some people that, for example, when it comes to drawing, um like sure you've drawn like multiple times, but you never really improve because you don't know the fundamentals of like art in general.
Um, mm, and just want to address your mistakes, you know?
Mm,
I think that's very important. Like in an artist's journey, like being able to look at your work and be critical about it.
mm,
I think that really helps like
yeah.
speed up the process of like learning. I think in general that's for everyday things as well. It's just being able to
Mm.
like identify mistakes and like correct them.
You're describing me right now. No.
No.
10K hours will be waste if you don't do it for a long time. It'll take time to calibrate the skill too.
Yeah. 'Cause, I forgot what book I was reading, but it had something to do with like forgetting, like
Mm.
what happens when we forget, and we don't completely lose the info, but we definitely lose some info.
Mm.
Like for example, like you're not constantly, let's say art since we're on the topic,
Yeah.
like if you're an artist who is like you're practicing maybe like 3 hours a day for the duration of a year, and then suddenly
Mm.
you take a break for like 2 months. You don't completely lose everything. You still have that knowledge stored in your brain, and you just need to like
Yeah.
retake it. But you definitely lose some information that
Mm.
used to be there. So it's very difficult to like stop.
Yeah, like you just need to keep going.
Yeah, like I feel like one of the artists I watched it put it into analogy very well. It's like you pick a mountain to climb,
Mm.
and you stick with that mountain instead of like climbing a mountain, going down, picking another one up, and then trying to climb that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
That's like me with because I used to draw a lot, like illustration, like personal art, but I had to like do more rigging. So most of my time doing rigging, less in my time making art. But yeah, like sure, I kind of forgot how to do like semi-realistic pieces. I still know the fundamentals, like the lighting or anatomy, especially. Like it still helps me big time when it comes to rigging. Like getting back into illustration, like fully rendered artwork, um, won't be too bad. Like sure I forgot, but yeah, I'm just gonna work on it slowly. Although it's mainly my art block that's like keeping me from making art, which is kind of difficult.
Hmm.
How Mama, thank you for the sub. Really appreciate it.
Yippee.
EB. Man, there's like so much to learn.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to learn more things and not just, illustration rigging. I'm hoping in the future I learn 3D modeling.
Oh, that's something I want to learn as well.
Mm,
3D, yeah.
like 3D modeling and then sculpting. It's gonna be really
Yeah,
good.
that's definitely in the goals.
Mm,
I'm trying to work on like my own miniature war game,
yay.
and so I want to make the models for it and sort of learn it myself.
You also get to like learn. Um, it's like you're learning multiple things at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, is it still considered like game development?
Well, game theory
Mm,
is what it's categorized as, because it's like more tabletop. So it's not like
mm.
coding. It's not like you want to be like designing mechanics that people can easily understand and like
Oh.
remember.
Mm.
And you also need to make it so that it's fun. Like there's that feedback loop with the players. Like a good example is like Magic the Gathering. Is like
Yeah.
the one that's relevant to us.
Mm.
Um, like Magic has a lot of systems, but they all fit within this one mold of like a bigger system. Like
Mm.
for example, flying or flying or haste. It's very easy to like
Yeah.
for people to remember.
Mm. No, escape at jail by force. If you're gonna do great in 3D, hope to see it one day. No time to rest. All your free time gonna be at the learning study. Yeah,
The
it do be like that.
I don't feel like that. I feel like that's not too bad.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
definitely like
you get to like learn new hobbies, and it's also like um uh more more opportunities because you can do a lot of these things.
it's a skill set that you can take with into a career,
Mm.
which is not so bad, I think.
Because like I don't think I'll be rigging forever. There's like possibility I might shift or I won't do that completely. I'll be like doing something else. So it's really good to have like a lot of knowledge with things
Mm.
instead of like sticking to one.
I definitely feel that.
We can't stand with one skill forever.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not. It used to be viable, I guess. I'm pretty
Mm,
sure it still is, but like, it's very rare to see nowadays, I guess.
yeah.
Like based on like what I've seen with my friends or like uh, what people who are a lot older than me are doing.
Like back then I was only doing art commissions, but I don't know, it was really hard to get clients, especially now. I think still is. and I think that's why I picked up rigging, because I need to at least have a more stable income, and at the same time, I don't get too burnt out because rigging is actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
You used to do art? Yep. I used to stream a lot of like art streams back then, like before live2d. But I've been busy.
If you guys want a sample of Salty's work, like she was the one who literally did my model.
Yeah. I mean, I still draw, but mainly like live2d model art. Let's say VTuber live2d job not good anymore. Where are you gonna choose first? What career are you gonna pick? It could be a 3D modeling, because it's viable for game development, animation, and for making 3D figurines. And we can
Yeah.
also incorporate that into our like business. But yeah, like I guess while I'm still young, I kind of want to invest on more business outside of like VTubing or streaming.
Mm.
Like I don't want to be too comfortable just doing rigging.
Yeah. I mean, the idea is not to never put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah. Just want to know from you, since we had the same job. But yeah, maybe 3D modeling, because like it can still be, maybe 3D VTubing still is feasible. And then for games, selling assets, like for video games, you can sell like, you make your own items, sell it for game developers to use for their own games. And what else? Yeah, 3D printing, 3D sculpting. You can
Yeah.
do more, do a lot.
I'm actually quite curious on to see how well rigging for 3D VTubers like translates to rigging for games. How much of that, like, how much of that knowledge transfers over?
Not
'Cause,
sure.
yeah,
Like
it's just out of curiosity.
if let's say if the 3D VTuber model has like the AR kit, it's also compatible with like full body tracking. Um, you can use like a mocap suit or like the full body tracking equipment
Hmm.
to record like animations for games.
I'm curious because I don't know if I don't know if that VTuber is still active. Code Miko.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
she
yeah, because
uses
she's
Unreal Engine,
Unreal
I think.
4, right? Because she's an Unreal 4 developer.
Yeah.
So a lot of her knowledge with Unreal 4 just like super transferred over.
Yeah.
I'm so curious to see like if you know it goes both ways. Like if you're good at rigging, like for 3D VTubers, is it like can you get a job in the games industry?
Oh yeah, I think you can. Like
Yeah.
especially with, you can already have like make a model in, I don't know. I guess in Unreal Engine you have like knowledge in multiple programs. I think that's really big.
Mhm.
And your knowledge with the equipment too, because sometimes people struggle to like set up stuff. Like even
Oh
for,
yeah.
let's say, what's it called? Like in our local, this is only an example, like local media like companies, like they're starting to have like streaming part of their, as part of their like, I guess, stuff. So they would look for people that have knowledge with OBS, or live streaming their news, other things. Kind of like that. That's how I see it. Let's see. That item thing sounds cool. But yeah, I don't know what else is a good example. For games, it's kind of. I think for like even illustration, you can still do like visual novels too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like even for live2d, you don't really necessarily need it for VTubing because it like back then the reason I learned live2d was thanks to visual novels. Like you see them being used. For example, Obey Me. Um, what else? Uh, what's that game with the jiggling butt with the guns?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one. And then I think Bang Dream.
Bang.
What else? But yeah, you can still use live2d for like games. I know some people use they create like a visual novel sprite and then they sell it to game developers that may want to use the sprites, like the pre-made sprites.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, right.
and I guess it's because I do have knowledge with game development. That's because I worked on a couple of games before. Hi, Aniko. Welcome, welcome. We are just yapping about stuff. And also, Siga is doing some miniature painting on his stream or channel. You do so much. But right now, I don't really do a lot. It's only like my past experiences because like I did study um multimedia arts back in college. I graduated with a bachelor's degree. Feels like you did like every kind of work already. Yeah, there's like a lot. Like I tried frame by frame animation, like game development, making art for games, trying to make music, but I feel like it's more of a hobby. And understand more and more why people are so impressed. I mean, sadly, it's kind of hard doing everything as like one person. It's much better to do it as a team. Kind of hard to like land a job here in Philippines. Like
Oh,
they will look for people that do a lot of these things that a whole team should do, and then you also get paid less.
yep.
Yeah, that's why I don't work. Like I don't apply for a job here.
Yeah, me too. It's like it's very sad because like I'm friends with a few
Mm,
industry heads here in the Philippines,
yeah.
and the main complaint they have is,
Mm,
oh, why are a lot of like these young talents that are just newly graduated? They're very
mm,
talented. They're very like they excel, and they know a lot of the new things that are part of the industry,
mm,
and they don't want to take jobs in the Philippines. And one of the main reasons is like I'm gonna disclose this out of like
Mm.
because this is fairly common knowledge, but
Yeah.
what a US based company would offer you is around
Mm.
$1,200 per month versus a Philippine company that will only offer you less than $300.
Yeah.
So, like it's kind of a no-brainer decision that you like usually artists are also night owls. So you would be like,
Mm.
working US times anyways if you were here in
Yeah.
the Philippines. So why work a 9 to 5 where I have to wake up early, even if I am not used to waking up early? That
Mm.
only pays like less than 300 versus a US job that fits my sleeping schedule.
Mm-mm.
It's also work from home and it pays 1,200, you know?
Yeah, like we get paid more like in US compared to like in our own country. It sucks, same as in
Yeah.
Indonesia. Working as foreigner in modern countries, sometimes more good payment for living. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the unfortunate reality of our industries, especially if you're in a third world country.
Mm.
It's like the skill of being an artist, designer, multimedia artist is very valuable because a lot of
Mm.
companies need that, but they're not willing to pay properly for it.
Yeah.
So most of these opportunities, usually the artists want to take the ones that come from abroad, you know,
Mm.
as they actually pay a decent wage.
Yeah, that's why I don't apply for companies here. Like, sure, like there are some companies that offered me jobs because of what I do. They are aware of, like I make VTubers because that does translate to, being able to work for, game studios for, their games. But the pay is really, really low. So let's say I got offered before, um, like I was offered to do the same thing that I do, like on stream, like making VTuber models or at least sprites. But the price was like the salary is like 12,000 Philippine pesos per
So
month.
that's
So if you convert that to US dollars,
like 200 now
$200 a month.
flat.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't really take that offer because like I earn more doing this as a freelancer, and then I can also stream my work, you know, working already read that. Yeah, it's really rough. Like sure you can still land jobs after like, your portfolio for rigging, but um the pay is kind of depends. Maybe depends on studios, maybe.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the studio, but
Mm.
the vast majority of companies in the PH, unfortunately, they offer fairly low,
Mm.
as far as I can see. Like, yeah, the numbers are fairly like standardized. Like, it's only really like the bigger companies, like maybe a good example is like Google, like like the big name companies,
Yeah.
like that hire here, that pay a lot.
Meant to be like that, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know, it's kind of hard because like I don't know, maybe I'm just not saying things differently because I've actually never worked for a company after I graduated college. Like I've been a freelance ever since. So it's kind of I'm just speaking on a freelancer's perspective,
mm,
but I I also have like friends who have worked for a company and have like really awful experience
Oh yeah.
as artists, especially for animation studios here in the Philippines. Like, um, I have a friend that quit their job because they earn more doing, spicy art on Twitter, like way better pay.
Oh yeah.
And they were able to pay for their surgery. I don't know if I'm right or not, but to me, it feels like being a freelancer in this industry is pretty luck based. Yeah, it actually is. Like luck based, and then like the timing too. Like for me, um, let's say I started doing VTuber models late 2020. That's like December. I started doing commissions. So that was like before VTubers became like really, really popular.
Mhm.
So I kind of started, you know, early. And because of that, I have built like, what's it called? Like a reputation, like over time. Like there are some live2d figures or artists now that are like just as good, but also have like trouble looking for clients, which is kind of pretty odd too because there's a lot of like live2d riggers that a
Mhm.
lot of people can go to, but the problem is that because you don't have enough like exposure, like people don't know you that much, and they want to go for someone who has worked on models for a long time.
Yeah, I think establishing a brand of your own is definitely a very important part
Yeah,
of any freelance work, I think.
especially for VTubing. Like if you're an artist or you do rigging, um I still recommend like people to stream their work because that's how I got my clients, to be honest. Like streaming my work, like a lot of people go to my stream, they were like, okay, I'm planning to like consider you for rigging. And then I've gotten like actual clients from that, and it's really a big deal. And then people recommend you, and it's kind of like a um I don't know the term.
Yeah,
Kind of snowball effect. I don't know.
I guess that's a good way to put it. Like
Mm, thank you for the head
like
pat.
the effect is kind of snowbally,
Mm,
you know.
and getting people to find you is just hard. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's. I feel like for formal education, it's, for artists, like for example, Salty and I both we graduated as multimedia artists.
Mm,
And what we both, our biggest concern was like with our course, like getting into the field. For me, I work
yeah.
multiple companies. Salty works like full time freelance.
Mm,
The biggest problem we both saw is they never teach you how to build sort of like a brand or like the back end of art, because I think the
mm,
front end of art, like learning whatever it is you want to do in the field. For example, you want to do illustration, like 2D rigging, video editing, like all of this, like you learn naturally, inherently.
yeah.
However, what you don't learn inherently as an artist is like the business side. I feel like our course really
Mm,
like it really lacked that like sort of business and for artists like
yeah.
how to write proper contracts is also is a very
Mm,
very important skill in terms of like freelance.
they never taught us to market ourselves.
Yeah, marketing yourself is like also another like very very important step
Mm,
because that's how you actually get your foot in the door.
yeah. For you, I also heard stories where people knew they had to commission you if they ever get a model, which speaks for itself. Yeah, like there's probably some people, especially like those who don't get a lot of clients, they have to like take anyone in because that's how everybody starts. That's how I started, like accepting commission from anyone as long as they're not really problematic. And then over time, I get more picky with who to work with because like rigging hard. But yeah, like I just feel like a lot of people don't or struggle with marketing, and you know like they just need to put themselves out there more. Just stream your work. Like it doesn't matter if you have mic or not. um it can be no mic stream as long as you have like you're you're streaming your work, because that's also a good indicator that okay, you stream your work, I have more trust in you because you have more accountability. And that's also why I stream my work. Like it's like a way for me to like record my progress, and then for people to like at the same time check out my work. It's like hitting multiple birds with one stone kind of deal.
I feel like it's a good move because if you look at it on a client's perspective,
Mm,
right? For example, me, I'm not a rigger. What would I want to be looking at first when I'm like
mm,
trying to consider someone to rig my work, my model.
mm.
So I want to see like the body of work. That's the very first thing you look for, right? It's their body of
Yeah.
work. So having like as a looking for when you're looking for a rigger, the very first
Mm,
thing the client looks for is the body of work. So have as a
yeah.
rigger, I think having that like body of work readily available, readily seen is like essential, I feel.
Yeah. And also the accessibility of your portfolio.
Yeah.
Like I remember because I have like a list of riggers or artists that I recommend, and I would like send it to people that would inquire to me, and in case I'm unavailable. But there are times where it's really hard to look for the portfolio of the people I'm recommending, and I really feel like make it accessible to your potential clients, like having your showcase on YouTube and not just Twitter, because Twitter doesn't really have like a playlist. So they're gonna have a hard time scrolling down on your Twitter just to check out your works. Have like your latest works displayed. That's also a big deal. So it's also kind of difficult to take in a lot of private commission because you won't be able to show your current potential or your current rigging. um what else? You just put everything on YouTube.
Oh yeah, like definitely like YouTube is a good way to, the free video platform.
Mm.
Yeah. Just so people can see like your current body of work.
Mm-hmm. I think even if it's just posting the work on Twitter, it's already plenty for the start and streaming too. Yeah. Like even if you're having a hard time making showcase videos, which is I'm guilty of. Takes a while for me to finish a showcase video. So I kind of make up for you know I make up for that by streaming the work. That's why I take like 2 commissions at a time at best. Like 1 private maybe, and then one commission that I can stream. So that way I can still show people that I'm currently, working and also improving at the same time.
Oh yeah. I think like yeah, like I think like artists, like even in the span of a year, artists generally progress a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like if you compare someone's work who is actively like doing, what it is they're doing, like say rigging. Like for example, Salty is like the one I see the most because I literally live with her. And like if you look at her rigs from a year ago versus the rigs now, it's very, very like different.
Yeah, I cringe at my old works. It's good to like look back into it from time to time because like it's like, okay, what changed? I have like better methods of like rigging now compared to before. That kind of like changed my workflow. Like it's more I guess the rigging takes less time, but it does take more time to like prep. But it's worth it because there's like a lot of things that I've been considering. Like for example, it takes a while for me to set up the deformers, but that's because like I think about the possibility of like outfit change, and you can like just put the new outfit into the same deformer without changing anything, and you just do like small tweaks and that's it.
Everything should be like modular,
Yeah.
That makes sense. Especially like now, like VTubing is such a like I feel like VTubing is a lot more volatile than it was before.
Yeah.
Because like like it's faster paced. Like like there's a wider audience. There's a wider set of VTubers.
Yeah.
Both indie and company. So like when a new trend happens, like everyone wants to get in on that. So you want your works to be at least like, easily like modifiable, I guess.
Yeah, especially like for those that want a lot of like toggles and outfits. Especially outfits. I think that's the most hardest to do. I see the difference between one of your older rigs and newer one. They're both good, but the improvement can be seen very well. Yeah, that's like the stuff I learned like in a span of months. Like for example, I started having to have the hip sway affected by body turns like this, like the hip sway right there, because before I didn't really include that, but now you see you see the hip sway, and you can still do the hip sway for like body tilts, and also the body bounce is something I learned for like I think last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago? Like the augment physics, which made the rig feel more natural instead of like the movement kind of like hitting a wall kind of thing. Although the one thing I don't really want to do would be like extreme head turns.
Oh yeah.
Like it's fun to learn, but I feel like you wouldn't be using that a lot of times unless it's like a 3/4 like model instead of like facing front, because sometimes like having like the wide angle head turns can be a bit jarring for tracking. Like for example, you're just gonna turn slightly to the left, and then suddenly your model quickly like turns to the side.
Mm.
Yeah, it can be a bit jittery when it comes to tracking. I mean, just insane how many details you can actually show with good rigging. Yep. Like, it doesn't even need to be like a very detailed art style. Like, even something as simple like my model, you can make it, really expressive without any toggles. And that's the reason why I have this model that I'm using right now, because it's a portfolio to like show that simple can be more sometimes.
Oh yes, less is more.
Yeah, less is more. And I'm also using this model as the base for my original design. Because sometimes having too detailed rendering can be harder to rig. Or maybe that's just me. Movement wise alone, yeah.
Movement.
Like sometimes I get blinded by, okay, maybe I'm not doing a lot on this model, and then I would pull up my old model to compare it, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I see the difference now. I don't know, maybe I just have like too much high expectation for myself. But at the same time I need to like um take it easy and not beat myself up for, like questioning if I'm doing things right. Move this. Here we go. How goes the painting?
Hmm. I am immersed. I am like really immersed in painting right now.
Do you still hold your breath while you're painting?
Yeah, sometimes. So sometimes in the stream, I'm gonna be like, I'm like, because I can't hold my breath.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one of the things that breaks me out of my immersion because I'm like, moving my breath while I'm painting.
You hold your breath and it's okay. It's the same for me when I rig. I hold my breath when I'm like moving something. I have the same problem whenever I'm trying to improve with something. Yeah, like at least for me, don't at least like I don't compare myself to others. Like I try to compare myself and my old self, like my old works.
Hmm.
Because like one thing I realized, I used to like compare myself to others way back, like years ago. One thing I started to realize was that um people have like different circumstances, like different opportunities that
Different
got them
journeys.
there. So it's kind of like unfair to like compare myself to people if we don't have like we don't share the same experiences.
Yeah, they got a different journey.
Yeah. Like always compare myself to myself a year ago or two.
There's one artist I follow where he talks about like just his journey in art, and
Mm.
I think it's very good to keep in mind that like art is a very like personal journey. Like it's very easy to compare yourself to others because you
Yeah.
see what they can do. You see like all these artists who are like absolutely brilliant at what they do.
Mm.
But the problem is like you can never really like you should never really compare just because like your own journey is your own. Like
Mm.
how you improve is based on what you do and not
Yeah.
based on like what other people how good other people are.
Mm. Because like sometimes you might be wasting all that time trying to like compare yourself instead of like using that time to improve.
Mm.
Like instead of like comparing yourself to them, you can use them as a a guide, learn from them.
Yeah. So it's definitely like it's a pitfall trap that's very easy to fall into. Like I've definitely fallen into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I've just seeing what other people can do, like versus like you know what I can do, and I'm just like, wow, I suck. But like
Mm.
instead of like just feeling bad, you can always like try to work on improving.
Yeah. Hello po, Saya. Good afternoon. I am streaming with Sika as well.
Hello.
He's currently live on his channel, painting his minis while I work on my rig. Since I'm more of a gamer, new to art, one problem I know I have is that I'm very inconsistent in my performance. I've had this problem forever now. I hope it won't be the same in art. But it takes time. And sometimes, you just have to not like be too hard on yourself, especially when you're still new to art, right? Like you shouldn't be giving yourself like too much expectation. Like for me when I was new, I was like, okay, I don't want to be like, oh wow, I'm like okay, who's like one of the popular painters? Oh, I'm like Michelangelo or something like that. Like no, no, no. We don't think like that. It's like if you think highly of yourself when you're still new, I feel like you won't. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but
Oh,
you won't learn.
yeah, like there is an interesting phenomenon. Like this happens to everything. Everything in life is affected by this. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Mm.
So it is like when you're trying to pivot into something that you don't know anything about, like for example, like you're a finance guy is pivoting to art, and you
Mm.
just say, "Oh, it's art is very easy. I just get a bunch of like paint, and then I just slap it onto a canvas, and that should be good, right?" So
Yeah.
the moment you start learning your art journey, and then you start seeing like the abyss of like the skill gap between you and actual artists,
Mm.
and that like that sort of confidence, the initial confidence sort of fades because you're starting to learn how deep the skill goes.
Yeah.
And that effect is called the Dunning-Kruger effect. And it's like, and it happens to everyone. And I think that's where most people like start stopping is when
Mm.
they realize how deep the skill
Yeah.
set is.
Like they start to plateau because they kind of
Yeah.
refuse to take in more new information.
Mm.
I tried to fix so many times, but it was always only a temporary solution. I know what you mean. Somebody redeemed to throw something on my face, but I forgot to open the.
I got you. What?
No, it's not working. It's okay. I will make it work. Let me just hide this. Is it F9? Oh, is it not showing? That is weird. I'm gonna switch to my other scene just to check. Okay. Yeah. It's not capturing, which is kind of weird. You try to cram everything becomes a mess. Yeah. I think I won't have that problem. I got my confidence crushed so many times in Overwatch.
Oh my god.
Not Overwatch. Ouch. Ouch. There we go. It's okay. That's same for me too. Back in college. Because like what's it called? One of my profs hate anime. Like he hates seeing anime style because like back then, I think that was like 2013, a lot of people went to study like multimedia arts because they want to be animators for an anime studio. They want to be they want to make manga, they want to make comics, etc. All that all their dreams crushed because this one prof said, "Oh, you're never gonna go anywhere with just anime style art. You gotta know the fundamentals," which is true. You know, actually helps.
Yeah.
Like you also gotta learn different styles, so you can become better at
Yeah.
your own style afterwards, which is really really does work.
I feel like, yeah, like I also had a prof who was like that because he's one of those like old Filipino artists where he has like a big name. He is like, like well known. Like if you go to the SMX Convention Center, he has a massive painting, like with his name and plaque on it. So he really is like a renowned artist, and he really dislikes the anime style, and I feel like that disdain comes from not really understanding that it is a booming
Yeah.
sort of like sort of industry.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a boomer thing to hate on the anime
Yeah,
style. Like,
this is something new.
yeah. And with more younger profs, I think you don't really have this problem anymore. Unless, like you think only like doing only anime style would get you work, you know.
Oh yeah, that's
Because like
definitely like a fallacy.
yeah, like you also got to consider like okay, these like animators, the ones who make the anime or the ones that make manga, I'm pretty sure they also learn how to do like realism. They try to study like other things. Like who's a good example?
Iraqi.
I was
Yeah,
supposed to say Araki.
yeah.
Yeah, Araki, and there's also who's the guy that made the artist for One Punch Man, and then
Oh,
the Doctor Stone, like very detailed art, like very detailed panels. I forgot who he is.
I
He's trying to look it up.
is it like I forgot.
Alright, let me see. Okay, wait, Doctor Stone manga artist. Boichi. It's Boichi. that guy. He has really good like really good art. And like it doesn't really just come from doing anime style. He studied like a lot of things to get there.
Mm.
So yeah, like people just trying to learn anime and refuse to like learn other styles is, they won't be able to grow as fast.
Oh yeah, because you definitely gotta like see that the the industry is so much bigger than just learning anime. Like you also gotta learn um like the other styles
Mm.
just to be able to like push yourself.
Friend of mine has the same problem right now in uni. No, not the prof that hates anime.
Yeah. I think it's because like it stems from just them not understanding,
Yeah.
which kind of sucks. But um, best thing to do is I guess adapt.
Mm.
'Cause you really have no control over like what other people do, especially your profs.
Yeah. Nice. Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Yeah.
So anime style only gives you cute moe girls, and that's it. Am I right? I mean, anime style isn't like bad. It's just that limiting yourself to only that art style is just prevents you from growing as an artist. It's like being a musician and just doing one genre instead of like experimenting on other genres.
Hmm.
I like it when anime style becomes slightly more realistic. Yeah, like what's a good example? Like I mean like any mappa um anime would be good
Yeah.
with your attention to detail. And then sometimes like you would have these zoomed in like a close up of their eyes with a detailed iris with the pupil, like just like that one episode from My Hero Academia. Oh my god. Yeah, Doctor Stone is really good. Like if you've seen the artist for the manga, Boichi, really good. Does he I remember he also drew for One Punch Man. Published
One
manga.
more.
Dr. Stone. Did he not do it? Yeah, One Punch Man. One Punch Man artist. Oh, Yusuke Murata. Oh, this guy's also cracked. Oh, he's known for illustrating Ice Shield 21. Mm-mm. But yeah, damn. I could have been a manga illustrator, but nah. I just realized it's too much work.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like I tried to consider being what's it called? A webtoon
Oh,
um
same.
illustrator.
Yeah, same.
There was like before webtoon became popular, there was like this platform called the Pastic.
Mm.
Oh my god, I used to make like one shot panels, like vertical panels. Oh man, I was like it was like I used to make depressing stuff. Depressing stuff. Oh, dark themes. And I used to have like my own story of like some maybe shonen manga. But I forgot about it. I was like back in high school. Oh, I really thought I could make a manga with it. And then the title was like I just remember the title. I don't remember the story. I might remember it someday. But the title really stick to me. Do you want to know in DMs like the the title of my story back then?
Yeah. Show me.
I sent it on Discord.
Oh my god.
I was a young kid back then. I didn't know what it meant. I was a wee kid. Did you ever try drawing a manga panel? I did. Back in third year high school, we were tasked to do a comic for our project, and I made a comic about how marijuana is bad. So it's a manga panel format, like reading right to left. And then I also made a comic about the legend of the butterfly, where the story is about a worm that was like being friends with a flower, and then during a storm the worm went to the flower's embrace, and then once the storm has cleared up, the fucking worm turned into a butterfly using the flowers like petals and leaves. What the fuck was I doing? But yeah, it's okay. I got a really high score for that one, like during college. It was for my color theory class, and then they have it displayed in the hallway. We missed out on the new One Piece. But yeah, like, oh man, I feel old. I could have been a webtoon creator, or
Oh yeah, same. I really like that's one of my biggest regrets in life is not actually pursuing my webtoon.
yeah.
Yeah. Like I had a whole like
You have a whole story. Like you
it
told me
was
the
like
story.
super long. Like it is I don't know. I wish I developed the skill set to like actually work on it. Maybe I will. Maybe I will eventually. But like right now it's like it doesn't seem like it's in the cards, you know?
Yeah. You can't say you feel old after saying now that I'm still young. Yes, I feel old, but I feel young at the same time.
I just feel old, man.
I don't know, but for the webtoon, the reason why I didn't pursue it was because I think it was the pay, like the incentive that they would give you. I forgot what it was, but because I knew like some webtoon creators, they were like showing concerns about the payment, I guess, for each chapter. For example, like you don't really get a lot of payment. Like you need to reach a certain amount of readers so you can get like a certain pay, and you also need to shit out a lot of chapters like every week, maybe every week or maybe every month. I don't remember. So yeah, it gets really tiring if you keep doing that consistently, and then you also have to like hire um artists to at least spread out the workload. That is still a thing even today, a vertical strip. Yeah. I think the last webtoon that I've read was like, it was a cooking webtoon, Michelin Star. That one I really like. I like that one, but I haven't continued reading that. I'm not sure if it's finished.
Hmm.
But yeah, I like the cooking mangas or webtoons. There's also Hell Kitchen, although I'm not sure if it's a webtoon. I remember the artist was, they have that on their own website. I think it was in the past before, but they switched over to their own website and then provided it for free. Oh, you okay?
I dropped it in my wet palette. No. I dropped my figure. Okay, I didn't hit anything important. That's good. It's just the base.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I
oh,
dropped the figure into the wet palette. It was kind of a disaster.
no. She's just eating away at my phone. No. Twitch be like that sometimes. Mm-mm. But yeah, there's this one. It's like, I'm just gonna call it comic instead of like webtoon. It's Hell Kitchen, and I think they renamed it to A Boy Who Fell. I don't remember why, but I guess it's because of the probably trademark of the title because of Hell's Kitchen by Gordon Ramsay.
Ramsey.
But it's about like a kid, it's like high school kid trying to like save his friend from like jumping, and then he saved his friend, but he was the one who fell, and then he got isekai to hell. And then now it's a cooking show, I think. Like he has this a special bag where he can get like special weapons, so he can get or slay monsters and use it as ingredients for cooking. I
There
forgot.
was a. Oh,
Mm,
sorry.
yeah,
Right.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, I was gonna ask what manga trope do
Mm.
you like, and what manga trope do you hate?
Oh, manga trope that I like is mm, wait, what's a good example? Can you give an example?
Like for me, I really um I really like shonens
Mm-hmm.
that are like people with special abilities. Like I'm
Mm.
looking at you, My Hero, but like or Jujutsu Kaisen or um like yeah, like I guess those two like are the ones on top of my head. And then another one I don't like for
Mm-hmm.
ones that I really don't like.
Mm-hmm.
It's slice of life, I guess. I'm
Oh.
not too big on slice of life. I know
Mm.
like a lot of my friends enjoy
Oh,
slice of
you're a
life, but
hater of slice of
I don't
life.
enjoy it that much. Yeah.
Mm. For me, it's I like um I like psychological with tragedy. Like I like the ones where okay, things are going bad, so you the author has to commit that, you know, it's not gonna have a good ending.
Mm.
Because like there's a lot of I guess anime or manga that have like, okay, they have like these bad situation and suddenly it's good. You know, like it doesn't make sense.
Mm.
Like they only give a good ending because like the fans or the readers demand that, oh yeah, please give them a good ending. And I don't know, I guess I'm okay with any genre as long as the author is sticking to their own, you know, like their story and not changing it.
Rendering.
Yeah, not changing it based on the reader,
Mm-hmm.
because it does affect the story a lot. What else I like? um oh my god, well, I like the cooking mangas. I also like um what's that manga that I used to read? I forgot the name, but I just remembered the anime. Oh, Black Clover. Oh my god, Black Clover. I like the manga, but the anime was like really, I guess in the first season, I'm not sure if there are seasons, but watching the first few episodes feels dragging.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, story wise, it's really good. I like those tropes, like the character not having powers, and he's like, he suddenly is has like some really powerful, you know, shit going on, but he doesn't know how to use it. You know, like he needs to work his way towards mastering that power that he got.
Oh,
Kind of like, you
like
know,
my
my
hero.
hero.
Yeah.
I guess I like that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And something like Doctor Stone. I like Doctor Stone. There's also it. I'm not sure if there's a manga, but the anime I like, Psychopaths.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole um what's it called? It's like it's a civilization where they kind of read your mental, or like your mental state, and then they will um kind of tell if you're like a criminal or not based on your like mental, you know, stats, whatever.
Oh.
But the catch is there are like there's this big criminal who's like he's not being detected as like a potential criminal because his mental stats is like very good. That's why he's a psychopath. uh a good ending, Bleach could never. No, not Bleach. Personally, find myself liking very chill and comedy-based animes and mangas with female MCs. Oh, I like romance too. There is, oh my god, I keep forgetting the title. Um, oh my god, it's like there's this guy that looks like, you know, he's like a quiet kid, but when he's home, he's like he has piercings and everything. I forgot the name, but I remember crying from that anime.
No, I really liked My Happy Marriage. That's one
Hmm?
romance I really like.
Oh, that's Horimiya. Yeah. That's Horimiya. Oh, what anime?
My Happy Marriage.
Wait, was that the one we watched before?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wait, ah, yeah, that one's really good too.
Where like she was like told off to marry this like
Hmm.
like army officer who's like
Yeah,
super scary, but apparently he's just a really good guy.
yeah. Oh, that one's really good. I like it.
Yeah, I like that too.
It was so short, but I feel like it doesn't really need like, you know, long episodes.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it was perfect.
yeah, I think I cry watching that too. There's also the oh my god, there's another one. There's like another romance that has like multiple people that have like, I think they're all workmates. That's like okay, there's this green-haired girl
Oh yeah.
that's like into volleyball, and then there's this orange-haired guy. I think he's also sporty. I forgot. And then they kind of like the way they show endearment to each other is like
They get angry with each other.
bang. Yeah. What the boy? Oh my god, I need to like remember the titles.
I like that one.
Yeah, what the koi? I like that. I like the opening too. It's really catchy. I am an expert.
Speaking of like animes, I'm super hyped to watch that horse girl anime, the horse racing anime.
Yeah, like because like we've seen some clips of from Uma Musume that's like, oh, the animation is really detailed. And then the reason why, like he's kind of curious on, he wants to watch it is because we've been seeing memes about Blue Lock being a PowerPoint presentation.
The frame lock, the frame lock memes. And I'm like, there was this one where it's comparing the two, and I'm just like, whoa, what is this anime? And apparently it's a horse racing
Yeah.
anime. I'm like, whoa.
Is it okay for me to say it's quite depressing? Which one? The Happy Marriage or which anime?
Horse anime.
The horse anime or Blue Lock? I'm scared to watch PowerPoint Lock. Same, like ever since I saw the the memes coming out, I kind of like I just don't want to bother watching it because like it's action. There's like a lot of action going on, so you will expect a lot of good animation, movement animation, But nah, it's like they kind of got lazy.
I'm a sucker for good like high movement like animations, like especially fight scenes. I'm super
Like Baki or Kengan Ashura.
Buffy and Kengan Ashura is pretty
Uh, oh, I forgot to mention, I do like fighting animes.
Yeah. I think what started it for me was like what's it called? Kinnikuman.
Oh my god. I like that anime on Cartoon Network.
that is Kinnikuman.
Muscle Man, right? Like the no?
Yeah, Kinnikuman.
Yeah. They used to have Toonami like showing anime. Season 1 was so good, but it was just not popular enough to get good animation. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, like
apparently like a lot of my friends who are like big fans of like Blue Lock, it says like after this arc it should be good. Like, it should be really good.
And sad when a studio doesn't get like proper budget. Meanwhile, Uma Musume, Horse Girls, really good animation. It was popular in the West, but not in Japan.
Oh, no, really? Like, I'm surprised.
Oh,
like, I half expected it to be like popular in Japan.
Completely the opposite for the horse anime. There's like another like sport anime. I think it was Yowa Pedal. Although I don't remember it being like a PowerPoint presentation quality. Or maybe I need to watch it again. That one's good too. I think that anime got me to do cycling. Japan is not really a big football country, I think. Ah, okay.
It makes sense.
I know for baseball, they are into it, if I remember. There is this baseball anime called Major. I watched like all of the like seasons, like the character actually growing up to the point that he has a kid as well. That one's really nice. I like it. The animation is really good too.
One of the animes that I really wanted to like stick with was Naruto.
Mm.
'Cause I grew up on Naruto. It was such a good
Yeah.
and then like Boruto came in. It was very difficult for me to watch. I gave it a
Mm.
chance,
Mm.
but like I don't know. I guess I wasn't really like into it. Oh,
Yeah, I never watched Boruto, or I haven't even like finished Naruto because like there's just way too many episodes,
oh yeah,
and
that's understandable.
back in my day, like our local television they don't really show all of the episodes. Like suddenly, okay, they're showing Naruto Shippuden, and then suddenly they just stop airing. I don't know why. Like they just don't continue um with it, sadly.
Like it's surreal to me that I can now say back when I was a kid, I used to wait for my episodes.
Yeah, back in my day, I used to wait
I
weekly.
used to wait. I used to have to wait and then be ready on time to be able to watch my episodes.
Always fall in love with a lot of not well-known romance animes. Always need to read the manga to get the full story. Yeah. Sometimes, like, there are some animes that do filler episodes while waiting for the manga to, like, update, which is understandable. I think that's the same case for Naruto, I think.
Yeah,
Naruto or One Piece. Not sure.
I don't know about One Piece.
They would have, like, filler episodes. And, yeah. Maybe that was the case for Black Clover.
What I don't like is like when the anime pivots away from the manga.
Hmm.
I really don't like when the anime pivots away from the manga story
Mm. Oh, yeah.
because it seems fairly disrespectful on like the author's part.
Yes, thank you, Cheeseman, for giving us knowledge. Really appreciate it. And thank you for lurking.
Yippee.
Yippee. But yeah, like what else? What about anime that's the art style is really different from the manga. What do you think about it?
I'm okay with that. Like especially if they get really experimental.
Mm.
I kind of um like animation breaks, which means like like they break from the mold of like standard anime like look. Like for example, a very good example is JoJo. JoJo
Mm.
characters look nothing like anime characters. You can tell it's anime, but they look very different from your standard like anime art style, and I
Nice.
really like that.
But it's really like um iconic. Like once you
Yeah,
see it, it's oh that's a JoJo character, or oh that's Araki's like art
art
style.
style, yeah. But then that's them following Araki's art style. But like for,
Mm.
I don't think I know an anime that like has pivoted away from their author's art style besides One Punch Man, but that's like super intentional. Like
There's Attack on Titan. That was like the first season because they were like they had I
I
forgot
forgot
I
what
forgot
studio.
the
Oh yeah, the original studio is like completely different from like Mappa.
yeah, like I think the first one, okay, Attack on Titan season 1 studio. I think it was Mappa. Did Mappa do that? The
The
first
season,
season.
see, the final season was Mappa.
Oh, with studio was the one who made the first season.
My problem with Mappa's animation of Attack on Titan is what Wit did such a good job with the Titans
Uh-huh.
that the 3D Mappa did for the final season looked
Mm.
really, really flat in comparison to the very lively like
Yeah.
Titans, especially the Beast Titan, like the Levi Beast Titan fight for that Wit did was leagues better than like seeing
Yeah.
the Titans in like 3D.
They're trying to like match it to the T with the panels. Because I remember like they made a side by side of the one Mappa made and then the one from the manga, and it aligns.
Oh, is that why? Like,
Yeah, like even the art style with they're more gloomy because that's the actual art style from the manga.
right, because Wit made it like pretty bright.
Yeah, like they made it like shiny and everything from the season 1.
I did not know that.
Like that's why you see like Eren having like some lines, like depression lines. That's a typical like Attack on Titan manga style. But yeah, they really made it like Wit made them shinier, I think. But the animation is still pretty good.
Yeah,
Wit Studio is actually a good
I
studio.
think I preferred the Wit version more, but like I think Mappa is like its own beast
Yeah,
in terms of like animation.
I think they're better with animating the action more.
Yeah. Shout out to JJK
Mm.
and Chainsaw Man.
Remember when I was younger, I watched anime that completely changed their art style in season 4 suddenly, and since then I watched it once because I wanted to see it, but it's impossible for me to watch it again.
I know the feeling. I really like. Okay, like this isn't like a Japanese anime. It's a Chinese anime called King's Avatar,
Mm.
and like the first two seasons, it was like, oh yeah, this is really nice, and then all of a sudden, like season 3, it changed completely. The art style was like completely different,
Mm.
and I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, like once you switch studios, I guess it's kind of like the same situation with the Junji Ito animation, like for the 3D.
Yeah.
Like I forgot what the problem was, but I think um it kind of took like almost a decade to like finish, but they decided to like go to another studio, and then the animation was so bad.
Mm. Oh, is it the current one? Is this the one I remember trying to watch a Junji Ito like
Mm.
compilation for like for from Netflix, I think, and then I heard that
Yeah.
the process was pretty terrible. And me watching it, I was like, this doesn't capture the dread you
Mm.
feel like going through like Junji Ito's panels.
Yeah, like
You know?
there was that one scene that people kept showing about I think it's like a guy trying to save a girl, and then they
Mm.
were running in the beach, and then the running is so, I don't know how to explain it. It's it doesn't look like running, and then it's also not aligning with the ground. So
Mm.
it's like they're just sliding on the on the beach. You gotta mental gymnastic to merge the two art styles together.
Yeah, I feel like it's just difficult to capture Junji Ito's like art into like
Mm.
animation, especially like when you're trying to animate something, you wanna like get rid of some details to make it easier.
Yeah.
But the problem is like Junji Ito's like art style is just so like line heavy
Yeah.
and pattern heavy that it is. I think it will take so much money to just animate like a scene,
Yeah.
so it's very hard to adapt.
There's a lot of
Like,
like details lost.
because part of the dread in Junji Ito's like manga or works, it's the art style.
Mm.
Seeing like the final like the final like kicker or twist of the story, and then you see like the very well rendered, very detailed like art.
Mm.
Like for example, Infinite Uzumaki, or like
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called, like the one with the hole where it's like, oh, this
Yeah.
one was made for me. It's like mm, that unsettling feeling you get.
Mm.
It's kind of lost in the animation.
it got lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
It do be like that, especially when it's like super detailed. Or maybe it's a ploy so people can check out Junji Ito's actual works. I like to believe. I don't know, like I just feel like they could have done like more texturing. I feel like you can easily just do the textures and you don't have to like render the shadow and lighting because it's a black and white like scene anyway.
Mm.
Kind of like what Arcane did to the 3D models, like more texturing,
Yeah.
lots of texturing, and it already like does a lot, like a whole lot more. But yeah, maybe they just don't really have the budget, and maybe
Yeah.
they're also what's it called, like they need to cram out a lot of the episodes.
Oh. Although like a good like grim dark
Mm.
anime that like adaptation I think is like the adaptation of like Berserk.
The 3D one.
Is it 3D?
Mm,
Oh yeah, I guess
yeah,
3D. Yeah, I think it's a good adaptation. I think.
I haven't watched it actually.
I dropped it. Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna paint
No.
over it. It doesn't really matter.
No,
I'm still on the painting phase.
it's okay, you can fix it.
We'll fix it in post. I don't know why I'm not using my paint handle. There's like a free paint handle here. I'm like holding the base. This is why you should have a paint handle, guys.
Oh, now you have an idea for shorts.
Yeah, actually, that like I need to
Yeah.
use that later. Why you need a paint handle?
You two are very chill to be around. This is very nice vibe at work. Thank you. I'm glad you find this chill.
I really like my vibe with Salty. That's why we decided to live together. I wanted this every day, so I was just like, yeah, let's live together.
Nice collab of all time.
Yeah. Longest collab of all time.
Collabing for 2 years. Nice.
3 years, almost 3 years.
Holy shit. Let's see. I'm like watching your stream. I'm like, ooh. Although it's a bit delayed on my end.
Oh yeah. The I think it just can't be helped, I guess.
Yeah, it do be like that. It's okay. At least I get to see it real time.
True. I really wanted to paint this guy purple just to like add some lore because like I like these guys I already painted like months before. I painted them months before. The problem was I counted them. It's like 9. Usually these guys come in a unit of 10. And I'm like, where's the other one? And I like I was looking for him for so long, and then only recently that I found him. So I wanted to paint him purple.
Oh,
Because he is the sneakiest motherfucker.
where was it?
I think he was like right behind like the paint, like because I have a bunch of like paint. things
I
here.
see.
So I think he was like right behind one of the primer bottles.
Like blending in so well that just add a lore.
Yeah, I just wanted to like paint him purple. But I also want him to like fit into the unit. So
Mm.
like maybe I added a little bit more purple to him
Yeah.
because he is the sneakiest boy.
Sneaky boy.
Yeah. Very recently, I realized that I actually don't like playing the game. Oh, I do. I do like playing the game. I just prefer the painting
Like
side.
Warhammer.
Yeah, like
Yeah. I guess I get it because like, you know, it's kind of difficult to play. You know,
yeah,
you have to go out of town to like the nearest like hobby place, where people play Warhammer, and you need to bring it. It's a
yeah,
hassle.
yeah. It's definitely
Mm.
like I guess for some people, like I'm pretty sure the main target audience for Warhammer, like it works for them. But
Mm-hmm.
for me, as someone who like I find a lot of value hanging out with like friends or loved ones.
Mm.
Having to take time off, time that I don't have a lot of because I don't have a lot of free time. Salty and I both don't have a lot
Mm.
of free time. Having to take that time to like, maybe a day of the weekend
Yeah.
and then just travel for like 6 hours back and forth,
Mm.
and then spend maybe 4 to 5 hours playing the game with someone I completely don't know.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of value in that,
Mm.
unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel like the playing part is like an added bonus.
Yeah, I think playing right now is just a bonus for me. I think I'm more in love with the fact that like, the painting aspect.
Mm.
It's definitely like, something I value a lot.
Yeah. Glad able to be here for once after hearing so much about you for 3 months. Yes, me. I mainly stream my work, and then I would yap sometimes.
Yippee.
Make Probably make like random noise when I'm mauled while working, and then play sometimes. Okay, it's a box. Like for the pouch, I don't really want to make it too complex for the mesh because it's kind of like geometrically shaped. So it doesn't make sense if I make it too dense like this. It's just gonna be hard to deform. So less is more. I don't know why it's taking a while to undo.
I really want to stream like building frames
Mm.
for the gunpla.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I mean, this is an original. This is not an original idea, but I saw like some people like framing their gunpla, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? That's a
Mm.
very good way to store it because it's like
Yeah.
if you frame it and it's enclosed, it doesn't gather dust. And
Mm.
one of my biggest problems with like collectibles is like, oh yeah, I hate having it to get dust. Like
Yeah.
some of my models are like deep storage where I have a 3D printed like airtight container for them
Mm.
because I don't like them having collect collect dust. So like maybe framing
Yeah.
gunpla would be great. So I want to build some on stream.
It's also like, I guess, for since we're currently renting, like having it framed would be best instead of like buying a display, like a big ass display for the Gun Plus or
Yeah,
your minis, because it's gonna be hard to
move
move
a display.
a display like once we move out, because there's the possibility of it breaking during transport, and
Yeah.
it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, it's easier for like I think an acrylic sheet.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay
Mm.
with like having an acrylic sheet break because like acrylic
Mm.
sheets are like what 35 pesos a piece, so that's less than $1. and versus like a glass case that's like
Yeah.
12 to 15,000, so that's like $300.
Yeah.
And like you don't really want to like have that break on you.
But it's felt like the biggest teaser, to be honest. I guess I also see you around a lot doing the lurkies. Yeah, I lurk a lot while I work.
Work late.
Yeah. And like I would watch like a mutual while I work. Like it doesn't matter if it's like streaming live2d. It could be like gaming stream. And then I would also get invested or immersed. But yeah, for the framing, it's like I guess it's easier to repair too. Like if it's
Yeah.
I guess for the frame, if you're gonna build a frame, it's gonna be
Like,
acrylic sheet for
yeah,
the
acrylic sheet, and then maybe 3D. I'll model a 3D printed like deep frame for it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
'cause-
gonna
yeah.
I thought you're gonna like buy a piece of wood and then
That's the original plan. I really still want to buy pieces of wood. Like, there's a lot of wood cutters around here,
yeah.
so we can buy pieces of wood,
Mm.
especially scrap wood, because all we need is like, just the wood to like make the frame.
Mm.
Just to add a little bit more artistic aspect, and then I have like a supplier for
Yeah.
the little metal nameplates that you see in like fast food chains.
Mm.
I can just have that like made for example, when I finish the kit,
Mm.
and like the date when I finish the kit and what the kit's name is, and then have it like on the below,
Oh.
so like makes it look a little bit more official.
Mm-mm. Are you also gonna Are you gonna design like the interior of the frame?
Yeah, I'm gonna like flat lay it, so it's gonna have like the gunpla model and then the weapons. Because this is my biggest problem with gunpla. Is like Bandai is so generous when it comes to giving like weapon options
Mm.
that I feel like it's a waste if I don't have them all. And no, if I don't have them on the kit, I know full well I will lose them. So
Oh yeah.
this is like a compromise. It's like framing the model with the weapons in the frame, like
Mm.
flat laid. And then when I finish the model, so it's a little bit more commemorative on my end. Like, I know when I finished it, like, there's a lot more sentimental value
Yeah.
to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the problem with losing the the
I
stuff.
really don't want to lose the weapons, especially like I have a lot of kits that like are from Salty. Like she's gifted me quite a few, and I really don't want to lose any bit of them. Like my very first like GM 79G type is from Salty. It's like my very first gunpla kit that I've built at the master grade.
Yippee.
I even still have the sprues. Like the sprues for that are still with me.
I feel like my what's it called? Begier or Bayu?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's still there, but I feel like there are some parts missing.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. We can always buy another kit to just finish it. I'm okay with like having like the kit like finished, like having to spend on 2 kits just to finish it. Like it.
At least I get like extra parts in case something breaks.
Yeah.
I have like a lot of model kits that I need to build. Like
Yeah, me too.
my master grade is it Dynamis?
Dynamis, yeah.
Dynamis. That's
Also,
I think
wow.
that's my very first master grade, I think. And I'm like, it's also such a good good pick because the pilot of that gunpla is hot. He's pretty. I like him.
Yeah, pretty man.
He is my type. The head was peak comedy. I can imagine the smirk on your face. I am actually like this, like off stream. Or when I guess when I'm with friends. I'm like a I'm like the am I a gremlin? I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been so inspired, like, cause a lot of my mutual friends,
Mm.
they've been getting into Gunpla. A lot of the content creators that I watch who are Warhammer content creators are
Mhm.
also getting into Gunpla. And then
Yeah.
recently, I've been watching like Evie as well.
Mhm.
Like they've been
Yeah.
working on like a lot of Gunpla, and then like I've been seeing them post like their setup,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Like,
Yeah,
so
she's really cracked.
yeah, Evie is like fantastic. You guys should watch Evie.
Yeah. Let me give a shout out to my own child,
I see for
Evelyn.
some support. Yeah, for the
Hope I spelled it right. There we go. Yeah, do check out Evelyn, one of my VTuber children. She builds a gunpla, and what else? She also, I know she does like the VR. Um, what was that game? Beat Saber.
Saber.
Also plays a couple of games too. Very chill. If you guys are into, more chill streams. Okay, let me see. I should also be doing mod duty.
Video chill streams. Like I really want to stream League of Legends, but at the same time, it's very, very not G in terms of like,
Yeah,
like I am a completely different animal when it comes to League of Legends.
I'm okay with streaming League. It's just that there's some, like, let's see, enemies or opponents, that might say something weird.
Oh yeah, that's why I have chat off as well.
Yeah, same. Like, I think it just makes the experience a whole lot better if you don't see the chat.
But League is so much more bearable without having to interact
Yeah.
with your opponents or teammates that you don't know.
Wait, we played League before on stream.
Hmm. Like so many times.
Yeah.
Um like I well my phone died.
No, is it?
I think my phone ran out of battery. I think
No.
although like yeah, my phone did run out of battery. So I guess this is time for me to wrap up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's completely dead. Okay, cool. But I am glad that to see how long it can go. Because for
Without
those of you guys,
battery, right?
yeah, for those of you guys who don't know, this is my very
Mm.
first iPhone 10. Like this is my very first
Yeah.
iPhone, I mean, and it is something I've repaired and tried to keep it alive for so long.
I can attest to that.
Yeah.
He's replaced the screen and then the battery.
And the battery, yeah. Like I learned how to like open up the phone like with the iFixit like guides
Mm-hmm.
just to like fix this thing. And it feels brand new now, except the battery is like a third-party battery.
Yeah.
So that it just functions like a normal iPhone now. It's actually faster than the one I'm currently using.
I mean, it's good, like
Yeah.
it lasts really longer now.
Yeah, because this thing like dies like after like maybe 1 hour of heavy use.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm so glad. But yeah, for now I will wrap up. Thank you so much, Salty, for joining me for this stream, and I appreciate you guys for joining me on my painting streams. I'm definitely trying to do more, like develop the habit of like streaming more, painting more, and then hopefully publishing videos more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For now, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like the stream.
Yes.
Hit that follow button if you
Otsu gang.
if you haven't already, and I will send you guys over to Salty.
Hala, wait, I'm gonna end stream too. I mean, do you wanna
group raid?
yeah, group raid someone?
Do you have someone in mind?
Let's see what do we have? Do you prefer like someone also doing like art or someone chill?
We can do someone chill.
Okay, let's see. There is why is no one Not a lot of people are live around this time.
Yeah, I think we could just end then.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Well, yeah. Otsugang and Otsoki. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
I
thank
will
you
catch you
guys.
guys tomorrow again.
Yes, same. I'll probably like do a no mic stream because like I'm at that point in the commission where there's not really a lot to show anymore because I'm about to be finished. So yeah, we'll
Okay,
also
so
be
lock in.
yeah, I'm gonna be locked in, and like I think I've streamed a good amount of progress for this model,
Mm.
and it's time for me to I'll probably stream a game someone gave to me. Nimi gave me is it Fields of
Fields of
Mysteria?
Mystery.
Yeah, I am excited to play that game on stream because I've been eyeing that game for a while. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I'll be doing gaming stream. And yeah, bye bye guys.
Bye. Thank you guys so
Bye. Thank you
much.
guys so much for watching.
Otsugang.
Otsulti Otsugang, yippee.